You cut the junk food. You stopped eating pizza. You gave up soda. You're doing everything right, but the scale hasn't moved, and the belly fat, still there. Hard, stubborn. This is the most frustrating stage of fat loss, when you're sacrificing but seeing zero results. And the truth is, it's not because you're eating too much. It's because you've been tricked. The food industry is incredibly good at marketing. They've taken metabolic landmines, foods that spike insulin, overload the liver, and promote visceral fat, and labeled them healthy, low-fat, or natural. Today, we're exposing 7 metabolic imposters hiding in health-conscious kitchens everywhere. And once you remove them, fat loss often becomes dramatically easier. Let's clear out the pantry. First up, oat milk. In the last few years, it became the default healthy coffee option. People avoid dairy and choose oat milk thinking it's better. But biologically, oat milk is basically liquid starch. During processing, enzymes break the oat starch into a sugar called maltose. Maltose has a glycemic index higher than table sugar. That means your healthy morning latte can spike blood sugar faster than soda. And when blood sugar spikes, insulin spikes. High insulin means fat storage mode. Even worse, most oat milks contain seed oils like granola to make them creamy. So what are you drinking? Liquid sugar mixed with inflammatory oils. The fix is simple. Switch to unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, or even heavy cream. Fat doesn't spike insulin. Starch does. But the next food is even worse. Fruit juice. We've all been taught a glass of orange juice is a healthy breakfast, but your liver doesn't care about the vitamin C. It cares about the fructose. When you eat an orange, fiber slows down sugar absorption, but when you drink juice from 6 oranges, that fiber is gone. Now you're sending a massive dose of liquid fructose straight to the liver. And fructose is different from glucose. It can only be processed by the liver. When too much arrives at once, the liver converts the excess directly into fat. This process is called de novo lipogenesis. Over time, that leads to fatty liver and belly fat. The rule is simple. Eat fruit. Don't drink it. Next, vegetable and seed oils. Soybean oil, corn oil, canola oil, sunflower oil. These oils are promoted as heart healthy because they lower cholesterol. But metabolically, they create a different problem. They're extremely high in omega-6 linoleic acid. In small amounts, that's fine, but the modern diet contains 20 times more than we need. This excess accumulates in your cell membranes, and because these oils are unstable, they oxidize easily. That creates chronic inflammation. Inflamed fat cells become insulin resistant, and when fat cells are inflamed, they refuse to release stored fat. You literally lock the door to your own energy. Instead, cook with butter, ghee, coconut oil, or beef tallow. Stable fats create stable cells. Next is a breakfast classic, granola. The box says whole grain. It says natural. But read the ingredients. Oats, honey, dried fruit, sugar, maple syrup. Granola is basically a cookie in disguise. A small bowl can contain 500 calories and 40 grams of sugar. Eating that first thing in the morning is a metabolic mistake. Morning cortisol is already high. Now you're adding a massive insulin spike. That combination encourages the body to store energy, especially around the belly. And because granola is low in protein, it doesn't keep you full. You'll be hungry by 10 a.m. A better breakfast: eggs and avocado, or Greek yogurt with nuts. Protein and fat create satiety. Sugar creates cravings. Next up, low-fat yogurt. In the 90s, we were told fat was the enemy, so companies removed the fat from yogurt. But when you remove fat, it tastes terrible. So what did they add? Sugar. Many low-fat yogurts contain as much sugar as soda. And it gets worse. Fat normally triggers the hormone CCK, which signals fullness. But when fat is removed, that signal disappears. Now you're eating a food that spikes insulin while removing the hormone that tells you to stop eating. You store energy and you're still hungry. Instead, buy full-fat plain Greek yogurt. Add your own berries if you want flavor. control the sugar yourself. Next, dried fruit. Raisins, dates, dried mango. People think they're eating fruit, but dried fruit is essentially candy with vitamins. When fruit is dried, the water disappears, but the sugar stays. Now the sugar density skyrockets. You can eat 50 grapes as raisins in 2 minutes. You would never eat 50 grapes fresh. That concentrated fructose load hits the liver exactly like juice, and once again, the liver converts the excess into fat. If you're trying to lose visceral fat, dried fruit can completely stall progress. Choose fresh fruit instead. The water and volume matter. Last one, protein bars. They look healthy. The wrapper says 20 grams of protein, but flip it over. Most contain soybean protein isolate, maltodextrin, artificial sweeteners, seed oils. Many protein bars are basically candy bars with a scoop of powder added. The artificial ingredients can disrupt gut bacteria and cause bloating, and gut inflammation increases stress hormones like cortisol, which, you guessed it, encourages belly fat storage. If you need protein after a workout, keep it simple. Eggs, Greek yogurt, meat, or a clean protein shake. Real food beats engineered snacks every time. Fat loss becomes much easier when you remove the interference. Stop eating foods that pretend to be healthy. Eat foods that actually are. Single ingredient, unprocessed, nutrient dense. When you remove these 7 imposters, insulin drops, inflammation cools down, and your body finally gets the signal that it's safe to burn stored fat. Clean the pantry, clean the liver, shrink the waste. And if you found this helpful, subscribe, because the next video might expose another healthy food that's secretly blocking your fat loss. I'll see you there.